I hope you guys are ready for this because I'm going to be doing an $8 million Megalodon shark card giveaway to prepare you guys for the nightclub update. That's right, I'm going to be announcing the winner on Monday, the night before the DLC is going to be arriving. And all you have to do to enter this giveaway is go down in the description of this video. You'll find a link to the tweet in which I have on my Twitter page. You just have to retweet it and follow me, and that's it. I'll be selecting one winner on Monday. It's going to be $8 million, which should jumpstart your spending for all the items that's going to be in this update. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about how much money you're going to need in order to buy everything. All the new cars, vehicles, properties, clothing, weapons, and a whole lot more. This is going to be my finale of this. Now that we've gathered information from the official trailer, the teaser trailer, leaked information, what Rockstar have given us so far, we have a pretty good idea of how much this update is actually going to cost. So at least from what I've seen so far in the trailer, the nightclubs we're going to be designing are going to be very industrial to start. So I think my very early prediction of being able to buy and own nightclubs that are a little bit more posh like the ones we've seen in the game already with established names and brands like Bahama Mamas and Tequila La. I think those, they weren't even shown in this trailer first and foremost, so I don't even know if they will be opened at all. But as far as owning our nightclubs, they're definitely going to be very industrial. As can be seen in the trailer. So because of that, I'm going to stand by my price range that it's going to be probably around $1 to $2 million just to buy the warehouse that the nightclub is encompassed in. And then there is going to be a ton of upgrades on the inside. Now, I'm not sure what those upgrades are going to be, but we can see very shortly after the beginning of the trailer what an updated and upgraded nightclub Rockstar is going to charge to have this in the nightclub. It just makes sense. Another thing they're definitely going to charge for is the new garage. Now, I noticed B2, and if Rockstar does it anything like the garage in the office garage, they had 3 levels, A, B, and C. And there was 3 levels on each one of those, A1, 2, and 3, B1, 2, and 3, and C1, 2, and 3. So how many different garage levels are we going to be able to buy here? I think that that is also going to add to the price in which we have for our nightclubs, how many floors you want to buy here. Now, because this video is going to be buying everything, I mean, you guys know how much it costs to buy 3 full floors of an office garage. It's a couple $1 million right there. So I would imagine to have this garage fully upgraded, I'm sure there's going to be customization and different designs you can do. It's going to be another $3 or $4 million right there just in garage space alone. So simply breaking down the nightclubs, you're going to have to buy them. You're going to have to design them in terms of making them better than what they are when we originally get them. We're going to have to add space for things like accommodation, our business stuff, and it looks like it's going to house new vehicles too. So this is definitely going to be more of an all-in-one property rather than just a nightclub. So because of that, I think the grand total for this nightclub could very easily be in the multi-millions of dollars. I'm thinking 5, 6, potentially even 7 by the time this whole thing is done. I mean, if you think about it, $1 million or $2 million to buy it, $1 million or $2 million to customize it, and then another $1 million or $2 million to get all the vehicles in there with the garage space you're going to need. I mean, yeah, that's how you spend $4 to $6 million on a property. It's just that simple. So now we need to talk about vehicles. We saw a lot of the new vehicles in the After Hours DLC trailer, but I still don't think we saw all of the cars that are going to be coming out in this update. So I accounted for 10 vehicles that it looks like we're going to be able to buy, and then the Maibatsu Mule Custom was not on that list. All the vehicles so far that we had seen in the leaks and that people have talked about so far, we saw in the trailer, whether that was the Pounder Custom or the Ocelot Swinger or the newly revamped Jester Classic. We pretty much saw all the vehicles that have shown up on leaks so far. And again, if you assume that all of them are $1 million, which that might be on the low end now, considering there's a possibility of having a lot of new Benny's cars. Certainly a ton of these looked weaponized or felt like they had a purpose for the business, which means they're going to be more expensive. But if we just took a base of $1 million, you're still looking at 12, 13, 14 million just on those vehicles alone that they showed off in the DLC trailer. And that's not going to be all of the cars. Now, one good thing about this is pretty much every vehicle you saw in the trailer, it means it's likely going to come out on day one. You won't have to wait for it as a part of the drip feed, which means there's going to be a lot of drip fed vehicles. In fact, I think that total is probably going to skyrocket up to maybe 20, 25, 30 vehicles when it's all said and done. So if all those vehicles were $1 million, which they're probably going to be more, it's 20 to 25 to $30 million right there. And we all know that it's probably going to be more than that. So I would say for vehicles alone to buy everything, you're probably looking at around, when it's all said and done, including customization, Benny's upgrades, and more, $40 to $50 million here. It sounds insane when you say it out loud, but just think about a normal supercar. It's $2 million. You spend $500,000 on customization, boom, $3 million right then and there. So it seems crazy, but it's really not to assume that you might need that much money. Now, after that, let's talk about some of the other miscellaneous items that could be coming out in this update. I actually didn't see a lot from the trailer in terms of clothing and new weapons. So it kind of makes me wonder if the majority of this update is going to be about buying the nightclub, doing the missions that are attached with the nightclubs, whether that's new missions that, have little cutscenes, or whether that's just new sourcing missions, focusing on the business consolidation part and buying the new vehicles. I feel like that might be the big part of this update, because I didn't see any new weapons and I didn't see a ton of new clothing. Now, there is going to be clothing, and I would imagine there might be at least 1 or 2 new weapons. If not that, probably there's going to be Mark II weapons. But I still don't think it is going to be a lot of money here. I think at the end of the day, it probably won't be more than a couple $1 million if you want to buy every single article of clothing and you want to buy all of the new weapons. In fact, I think a lot of this update is going to be more about just adding more, content to online. Not necessarily tangible things in which we could buy. I mean, Rockstar added Gay Tony back into the game, which means they had to motion capture him. The 4 new DJs they added into the game, they motion captured, they did voice work for all of those. That mysterious British guy who wears like the white top, he's in the game, they motion captured him. So it seems like they made like a lot of just quality of life improvements in this update, not necessarily things that we're ultimately going to have to spend our money on. And the things we are going to have to spend our money on, like the nightclubs and the vehicles, will probably be way more expensive, because for the most part, that looks like the only other thing we're going to have to buy. I didn't notice, at least as of right now, and again, this could change because we've only seen a little bit of leaked information, the 2 trailers, but I didn't see any new masks. I didn't see any new haircuts. I saw like the glowing bodysuit paint, but that's really about it. Other than that, I didn't see a lot other than the cars and the nightclubs. There didn't look like there was any sunglasses or accessories to buy, and there might be. They might not have just shown them off in the trailer, but typically Rockstar like to promote that sort of stuff, and I don't know why. And you might be saying to yourself, well, Mr. Boss, we saw a lot of new clothing and accessories in the trailer. A lot of those looked like they were on NPCs, and as you guys know right now, NPC outfits and haircuts and styles typically don't translate over to our online characters. So that's something we're really just going to have to wait and see for, but for now, it's not looking great in terms of a lot of new clothing items and such. So I think at the end of the day, your grand total is going to consist of the nightclub, all the new vehicles, a couple of articles of clothing, guns, weapons, some accessories like masks. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.